And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's matchup of high school volleyball here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and WCMPradio.com. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. I'll be bringing you all the action from the season opener. Well, not for these two teams, but for us at least. It is the first game of the fall sports seasons for us here at WCMP. We're so excited to bring you this matchup between two rivals here in the Great River Conference and right next to each other, really. They're separated by about 9 miles of I-35, or if you go on 61, it's also about 9.5 miles. But either way, these two teams going at it here this evening, the first true volleyball match of the year. Now, these two teams did play in a tournament here this last week. Rush City got to host theirs. Well, and you couldn't have asked for a much better start for Rush City. They went 4-0 in that tournament. As we take a look at that tournament, they hosted teams like Cambridge Isani, Hill Murray, Coon Rapids, and Litchfield. And those weren't the only teams there. Those are just the teams they beat. Rush City went 4-0 in their home tournament that they got to host. Now, again, all those teams bigger than Rush City. Litchfield about the same size, so they might be in the same class. But you've got Cambridge Isani, a 4A school, Hill Murray, Coon Rapids, a 3A school. These are teams that Rush City is continuing to beat and continuing to show their prowess. And this really what has become a program here at Rush City for volleyball. Last 2 years actually, this team has been at the state tournament. Last year, they had not lost a set. They had not lost a set in over a month. It was coming up on 2 months since Rush City had lost a set going into the state tournament. They would beat their first two opponents 3-0 before getting into the championship game where they unfortunately fell. But runners up at state in Class 2A is not easy to do. Volleyball is so competitive, but the teams that they have faced the last 2 years have had height. And that is something that Rush City has had, but just not as much as other teams, and that has certainly affected their play. But last year, it didn't matter. Last year's team had been together for so many years in a row. They had that camaraderie. They had everything they could have asked for, and they made a deep state tournament run, runners-up in Class 2A. For Pine City, it was another successful season, another season where they made a nice playoff run. It just didn't get as far as they would have liked to, and they had the talent. Again, another team in our Great River Conference that had a bunch of the players that they have had for 2-3 years. That all came last year, again, as seniors. Now, they'll have a couple of returning players and seniors this year as I look at the roster. Pretty light on seniors, only 3, but for volleyball, that's pretty decent. They do, again, have the 4, as I look at it now. I'm blind, people, give me a break. It is also the first game. But, no, they have 4 seniors this year for the Pine City Dragons. And last year, the year before, actually, they graduated a few key seniors. Last year, they did a good job getting some players to jump into their spots and do a really good job of stepping up. And they had another great, successful season. Again, just not as deep of a run as they would have liked as they ran into some really tough competition. That's what Section 7-2A is all about, is the competition in that section. There is, just outstanding talent for volleyball in Class 2A, not just in this section, but all across the state of Minnesota. For Pine City, they were also at an invitational tournament last week. Now, last week, Friday, they played at the Royalton Invitational. Now, they did lose 3 of those matches to Piers, Foley, and Staples Motley, but they were able to beat Great River Conference foe Bram 2-1. So Pine City, more of a, I guess, younger, but they do have a good chunk of juniors as well. A few sophomore, freshmen, and an 8th grader on their roster. So this year, I think it's more or less of kind of finding their identity early on for Pine City. They lost a bunch of seniors the last couple of seasons. I think now it's about finding that camaraderie, finding the best lineup possible, and knowing, hey, who's going to play where and what position they'll be best at. And these coaches do such a good job of realizing that early on, not right now. These coaches already know. And there will be a few tweaking here and there, but these coaches do such a great job of knowing the best lineups and who they need to put out there and who is going to bring them the most success. And I think for Pine City, though, it's just going to be about finding who is going to step up this year, kind of like last year. But this year, maybe a whole new lineup that we're going to be seeing. But some of these players, again, did get some valuable varsity time last year. As kind of the same for Rush City. Again, they lost a good chunk of seniors last year, and they're pretty young. They've only got 2 seniors on their roster. Only 1 junior, a few sophomores, freshmen, and 8th graders litter their roster. And I had the chance to talk with their head coach, Eric Thielander, and he talked about that a little bit as well. In fact, why don't we hear that interview with head coach Eric Thielander? And you can also hear that on our website at WCMPradio.com. Go to the sports tab and click on interviews. Ethan Game Day Gilman here, and I'm now joined by the Rush City Tigers volleyball head coach, Eric Thielander. First of all, Coach Thielander, thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely. Thanks for making some time to hear what's going on in our gym.
Absolutely. And first question for you, Coach. How long have you been the head coach here at Rush City?
Well, I've been in Rush City. This will be my 21st season coaching Rush City volleyball, and that's total years coaching. I haven't coached high school volleyball anywhere else, so it's all been here.
For you as a coach, what is the lead up to that first practice like for you? What are some of the things that you do to prepare?
Leading up to the beginning of the season, the first practice, a lot of that time in the summer that we get with our athletes helps us kind of get back into the groove easily that first day of practice. We kind of know who's coming out. We kind of know what kids are wanting to play for positions, and that summer kind of lays the groundwork for that first day. But, getting in there that first day it doesn't matter if you've been coaching 1 year or 21 years, it's still, my stomach still has butterflies, and I'm still anxious and still wondering what's going to be, what the season's going to bring, and a lot of excitement and nerves, for sure, even for someone who's been doing it this long.
Looking at the team's roster this year, how is that shaping up? Is this a more veteran team, younger, or is it a mix of both?
Maybe the latter of those two. It's definitely young, but we do have some leadership too, some people, some experience. So it's a little bit heavy in youth. We've got some 8th graders and 9th graders and 10th graders, and but then we have some older leaders, just 2 seniors this season, and three girls coming back with some experience, with a lot of experience. So they're kind of help guide the ship here, so to speak, with a lot of young players surrounding them. So it's going to be exciting to see how those younger players mature, and a lot of that has to do with those 3 older girls. I mean, they just have the experience from last year, helping guide them and help them grow. So it'll be a nice mix, but definitely heavy in the younger players on this roster this season.
Do you know who the captains for the team are yet? And if so, could you share that with us?
Yeah, it'll be our 2 seniors. It's senior Autumn Stream, so she's a middle hitter for us, and then McKenna Garr. And she's going to be changing her role a little bit this year and doing some hitting for us and not just strictly in the back row.
You talked about the 3 returning players who have some experience on the varsity level. What are some of the things that you expect from those returning players?
Well, it's not just that they have experience on the court. It's we have a certain set of expectations, and I hope that those 3 can help lead the rest of the group in those kind of situations. So, when we're practicing, I want those 3 to be leading and showing what we expect out of intensity and effort. Of course, their skills on the court are going to be looked upon greatly, but it's also just setting the tone off the court and helping this team kind of grow as a unit. The last year we had a group of girls, or a team, that had so much time together, and it was a little bit more fine-tuning last year. This year, these girls are new to each other, so those 3 leaders are going to have to help immensely, and they're up for the challenge to get this team to come together.
Through this first few weeks of practice, I know you've had 2 scrimmages here this week. What are some of the, or I should ask, who, if anybody, or maybe it's just a position, has anyone stepped up or surprised you at all?
Well, I mean, I think that the younger kids, each day surprise me. Each day they're growing and learning. I can't really say a certain person. I just think that they're all just, the learning curve is so great. They're just absorbing so much and learning so much and playing at a faster rate and picking things up quickly. So the younger group is really taken well to the team, and they're learning so much each day. So they're stepping up, and then it's these veterans they're also showing lots of poise and leadership, and then moving McKenna to an outside hitter position. She's stepping up in a different role. Autumn Stream in the middle and Abigail Thielander on the outside. They're all doing things that we would expect them to do in helping this team gel.
Talking about those scrimmages that you've had here this week, what are some of the things that you took away from those scrimmages?
Well, I think the biggest thing is which is an exciting thing for me, it's that this team right now is nowhere near where it's going to be, come middle of or end of October. There's so much potential as these girls get comfortable playing around each other and comfortable in their positions. So what I took away from the scrimmages, I like some of the things we're doing. I like how we're playing, and then at the same time, I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to see what she's going to be doing with that same play in a month from now. So there's just a lot of growth opportunity with this group, and that's probably the biggest takeaway that I took from the scrimmages this week and leading us into our tournament tomorrow.
Looking at that tournament, what is something that you're looking for your team going into the kind of the first real action of the season? What's something you're hoping your team can take away from that tournament?
Well, I hope after tomorrow's completed that they're able to say, hey, we worked hard, we gave it everything, and then also they see what potential we have. Or what we're capable of doing. I want us to walk out of the gym tomorrow feeling good about the progress we've made, and that they're excited and ready to come back to work on Monday. We play some tough opponents, some bigger schools, and that's definitely on purpose to push us and to show us what we need to continue to work on. And it's a great way to start the season by getting lots of play early on and allowing us to really put some of those things into practice early, the things that we need to work on. So, yeah, I hope we just leave the gym tomorrow excited about what the season holds and that they're just ready to have a good time out there and just take another step forward of gelling as a team.
I know the last 2 years this team has made it to state, and I know players sometimes can want to look towards getting back to that, but as a coach, how do you make sure that they're focusing, one game at a time instead of just getting back to state?
Yeah, that's always a challenge. This group already, though, they've been very focused on just what's right in front of them. We haven't really even had that conversation yet. We're still in the process of kind of working on our team goals and our values and what we think our team should look like this season. And we're still kind of fine-tuning those things. And I always like to tell them, this next point is the most important point. And that kind of is going to ring true, especially this year, with how we're just going to be developing so much throughout the season that right now, values and what we think our the team should look like this season, and goal. We're still kind of fine-tuning those things, and that we could get to be. I always like to tell them, this next point is the most important point in the playoffs. And that kind of is going to ring true, especially this year, with how we're just going to be developing so much throughout the season that right now, our values and what we think our team should look like. Make it even
this year a little bit different for you because you bring in a lot of youth. But what are some of the things from last year that you had success with that you'd like to see this team this year have success with?
Especially this year, with how we're just going to be developing so there's that reason that there's right now
Of course, teams year to year are always different. This year a little bit different for you because we're in the body years. But what are some of the things from last year that you had success with that you'd like to see this team this year have success with? Of course, teams year to year are always different. This year a little bit different for you because we're in the what are some of the things that you had success with that you'd like to see this team this year have success with?
Isn't done. It's still in the program, and it's still something that these kids watched and learned, and now they can work towards.
I know we just talked about not looking too far ahead, and as a coach, it's one game at a time, but do you have any games on the schedule that you're looking forward to?
We've got a nice schedule again this season. We've got some new conference opponents. That's exciting. We've got some very good teams in our conference that are going to make us really compete each night. I think North Branch is going to be a really good test, a really good opponent. They should be definitely a team to watch in their section to make it to state. We also have our second tournament that's down in Burnsville that'll, showcase all the top teams in AA and Single A. So every opponent we see down there are teams that made it to state or probably will make it to state. So it'll be some extremely difficult teams, but that's exactly what we want to do, is put ourselves out there against the best and see what we can do and see what we can work to get better at.
Coach, that's all that I have for you here today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, just that the girls have been working hard, and they're excited about the season to get going. Tomorrow on the 23rd, we've got our first home event. It's a tournament with some great teams, so they're looking forward to starting the season off and get into the gym. So we appreciate the coverage, and thank you for making time this season to come out and broadcast some of the games too.
We enjoy doing it and look forward to it. And Coach, again, thank you so much for joining me. It's greatly appreciated.
All right, thank you.
It's Game Day Gilman here, and I'm now joined by the North Branch volleyball head coach, Mike Selbish. And we'll get our national anthem now and be back after our national anthem.
Ditch the shovel and wheelbarrow. A New Holland mini track loader lets you get more work done with ease. It's narrow by design, so you can easily get in and out of tight spots. Versatility is its calling card. The loader powers a wide range of attachments like augers and trenchers. Big operating capacity puts more jobs on your can-do list, making it perfect for residential construction and landscaping. Take a break from back-breaking work with a reliable mini track loader. See one today at Baraboo Implement in St. Croix Falls and Rice Lake.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique, specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Hey there, Matt Winsand, CEO of Burnett Dairy Cooperatives. Everybody knows that there are great places to play in northwest Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work too? At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we employ our local communities within 5 counties from our Grantsburg location. We offer competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and great benefits, and you will have the opportunity to grow within our herd. Lots of opportunities to grow. Come be a part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com. Click on the Careers tab.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ascove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and WCMPradio.com, live with video. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. I'll be bringing you all the action from this game here between the Rush City Tigers and your hosts, the Pine City Dragons. Getting your starting lineups here for the Pine City Dragons. We'll go with first, Allie Tollefson. Number 4, Taylor Tollefson, a 8th grader and a junior. Then number 11, Taylor Haney, another junior. Another freshman, Paige Wiener, wearing number 21 this evening. Number 23, Morgan Mako. She is also the libero for this team. And number 35, Macy Bablik, one of the 4 seniors. On the other side for the Rush City Tigers, it'll be senior number 1, Autumn Stream. Sophomore number 3, Abigail Thielander. Senior number 4, McKenna Garr. Then a freshman number 7, Clara Neeson. A sophomore number 9, Natalie Rude. And a freshman number 10, Kendra Heinz. Natalie Rude, you might recognize her name from the softball season. Yeah, she had a grand slam during the softball regular season for Rush City. They came up 1 game short of that state tournament, but she is back this year playing volleyball, and I'm sure against softball. And we recognize Abigail Thielander from last year's volleyball team, as we do Autumn Stream and McKenna Garr. And we are excited to see how both of these teams will compete. You can see the teams getting set in their final team breaks as we take a look at our Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. That's EmbraceMN.com. Now remember, Embrace has that new location in Cambridge on the west side of, well, not super west side, but if you're going through, it separates, as I like to call, the rivalry of Caribou and Starbucks. It's right in between the two on the north side of 95 once you go through Cambridge. Game Day Gilman here. Rivalry for the first game of the year. I mean, it can't get much better than that. It's going to be a great game here between these two teams. These two teams for the last, I don't know how many years in volleyball, have been super close in their volleyball matches. I don't doubt this one is going to be close as well. We've got 2 different records coming into this one. Pine City 1-3, Rush City 4-0. Some people will look into that. Some people won't. We won't. We'll take this as game 1. Taylor Haney back to serve for the Pine City Dragons. It is up and over, and it is dug up there by the Rush City Tigers Garr, and that nearly gets down. Oh, and trying to hop over her teammate that time was Abigail Thielander. She had to even grab onto the net. Not able to get it, so Pine City is on the board first with that hit. So it's 1-0 Pine City here in set number 1. It's Haney back to serve once again. This one's over, and it's dug up by Garr. That one's towards the boundary, and it's going to get hit back in. Very nice job by Natalie Rude, but that does hit one of the uprights, if you will, of the net. So it's 2-0 Pine City. And here comes Haney again with the serve, up and over. And once again, dug up there by Garr. Hit back across, blocked at the net, but it gets over. Abigail Thielander with the kill. Now you might be wondering, well, why haven't we heard an interview with Lisa Tollefson, the Pine City head coach? We're doing that on Friday. I get to have her in studio. So she's willing to come there. Natalie Rude will serve for the Tigers. This one's up and over. Dug up nicely there by Mako, and it's hit up and over by Paige Wiener. It is hit by one of the Tigers, Gar, and it goes out of bounds. That will make it 3-1 Pine City. Now back to serve for the Dragons is Morgan Mako. Dragons wearing their home black jerseys, the green half sleeve, the letters and numbers white outlined in the green. Tigers wearing their blue jerseys, the yellow stripes on the side of the jersey and on the long sleeve. Letters and numbers are yellow outlined in white. Tigers get it back over, nearly a kill from T-Lander, but kept alive nicely by the Dragons. It's hit back over by Allie Tollefson, but it goes a little bit long. Tollefson just a little too much on that one, and it is going to be 3-2 now. Pine City still in the lead. You've got Allie Tollefson, Taylor Tollefson on this roster. Allie Tollefson is an 8th grader, as Abigail T-Lander is back to serve for Rush City. It's up and it is over, hit up by Taylor Tollefson. Tollefson will look for the kill, hits it into her own net, and that will tie us at 3 apiece here in Pine City. The Tigers got out to a little bit of a slow start, but have come back here and tied it at 3 apiece. It's T-Lander back to serve. This one is up and just over the net, and it is out on the near side. Great job there, great awareness by Taylor Tollefson. That is a great job by Taylor Tollefson. Now coming in, Cadence Wallenberg will check in for Macy Bablik. Again, Bablik, one of the 4 seniors. Cadence Wallenberg, one of them as well. Wallenberg will go to the front of the net, and now serving is Paige Wiener. Wiener with the serve over. It's dug up nicely by Gar. Now on the near side here, trying to get it back into play is Neeson, but no chance there. That was a tough one to grab, and the Dragons take a 5-3 lead. It's Paige Wiener, a freshman here for the Dragons, back serving. We're in the 21. This one's over again. Gar over to T-Lander. Gar looks for the kill, and that one is hit by Mako, and it's going to get down. A huge hit by McKenna Gar for the kill. And now a sub here for the Tigers. Ellie T-Lander will check in for Kendra Heinz. And Ellie T-Lander will go back to serve. Ellie T-Lander, 8th grader. This one hits the net. Oh, and it makes its way over. That one crawled up the net. Cadence Wallenberg was there, as was Tollefson. But as that one hit the net, it literally crawled itself over, and they just had no chance at it. 5-5. Ellie T-Lander readies her serve. It's up. And this time it's over. Tollefson gets the dig on the far side now for Allie Tollefson. It's dug up nicely on the other side by T-Lander. Gar looking for another kill. She gets it, and the Tigers take their first lead of set number 1, 6-5 Tigers. It is the first 2:25, and you must win by 2 here in volleyball. Ellie T-Lander readies her serve once again. Up and it is over. That one's long, and it will be a point back for Pine City, which will tie us at 6 apiece. Great job there by the Dragons. One of the things we've seen last year with this Dragon team is far too often they would let things like that go, and they would be in, and that would count as an ace for the other teams. This year, it looks like they are doing a much better job of being more aware of where the ball is going to, as this serve is long. So the point will go back to Rush City. Back and forth here in this one as Sophia Jurakovsky checks in for Allie Tollefson. What I'm noticing early on here for Pine City is they are subbing in and out quite a bit, trying to keep these players' legs fresh early on. The serve here from Clara Neeson, pushed back over by one of the Dragons, and this hit by Gar. She leaves nothing to be questioned, as that is blocked out of bounds by Pine City, and it will be point again for the Tigers. 8-6, they take the lead. Clara Neeson back to serve once again. It's up and over. Dug up there by Wiener. Hit by Jurkovsky and pushed across by Cadence Wallenberg, and the double hit call on the Dragons will give the Tigers point number 9. A 3-point lead, the largest for the Tigers here in this one. Pine City also had a 3-point lead early on. Clara Neeson sets, ready. Here's the serve. And Tollefson hits that one backwards, but nice getting after that one by Paige Wiener, and then Mako just couldn't give it enough oomph to get over the net. It will come up short. Well, it actually will hit the net. And it will be another point for Rush City, 10-6. That's a tough one there for the Dragons as now Clara Neeson readies. Neeson back there serving has gotten these last few points, or helped at least. And now Wallenberg hits this one across. Rush City is there. Gar will look for yet another kill. It doesn't make it over the net this time, and Pine City ends the scoring drought. And they're back within 3. Now it will be Taylor Tollefson back to serve. You might recognize her name. She joined us for some basketball broadcasts last year, where we were blessed to have her on the airwaves. As her first serve is over, dug up there by Gar. At the front of the net, poked back across by Wallenberg. The Tigers have it back, hit back across by Stream. Dragons now have it. It'll be Mako hitting it over. This one is hit by Neeson right into the court. She got it right on, just on the wrist, the inside part of the wrist, and its trajectory went straight down to the court. That's another point. Pine City 10-8 now. They trail. Good action here in set number 1. It's up and over. Oh, it hit a Tiger! Oh my goodness! That's Ellie Thielander as she ducked out of the way. It hit her shoulder. And Tollefson, you know what? We'll give it to you. You were trying to do that. I don't know. Maybe she was. Maybe I'm not giving her enough credit. Maybe she was trying to do it. Who knows? But hey, it works out in Pine City's favor. 10-9. That is a first. Tollefson with the serve over, dug up by Gar at the front of the net now for Rude. Hit back over, and the kill from Autumn Stream. She'll give the Tigers a 2-point lead once again. We've got some big hitters here still from Rush City. Of course, they had Bankston, who graduated last year, probably the best power hitter in all of Class 2A, I would say, if not one of the top 3. She graduated, but Autumn Stream and Gar are stepping right into those shoes and filling them. This hit back over by Rush City Thielander, and we're going to get a point here for Rush City. Not sure of the whistle there, but either way it will be against Pine City, so it's a 3-point lead for Rush City. Gar to serve. It's up, it's over. Dug up by Mako. To the front of the net for Jurkovsky. Push. Oh, Wallenberg missed it. She was trying to get that one back over the net, and that kind of gets into a player's head, I think, a little bit, as you get that, at least of me anyways, I know it does, getting that close to the net. You don't want to touch the net, yet you're trying to push that ball back up over while not pushing it into the net. There's a lot to think about, ladies and gentlemen. The serve is over, and Tollefson hits that one, unfortunately, into the bleachers on the dig, and much like she always does, she has a smile as she is coming back and talking about it and says, yep, that's my bad. We're good. We do get a timeout here by Pine City, and while they take a timeout, we'll take one as well. You're listening to Volleyball here on WCMP.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners, with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
We are back. Hear me talking to myself, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that's me. I'm talking to myself. But it is game 1. I got to give myself some sort of pep talk. Tigers have now a 4-point lead, again tying their largest lead of set number 1. This one is over by Gar. It's dug up by Tollefson. Oh, towards the front of the net, and Sofia Jurkovsky, I don't know if she maybe thought that one was going to hit the net or it was coming up a little bit longer than what it was, as she missed it. It will be Gar again with the serve. Tollefson another dig. Jurkovsky this time gets it. Wallenberg pushes it back across. Gar with the dig. That is Rude. Hit back across by Stream. Dug up nicely by Jurkovsky. And now Mako will hit it back across. We're going to get a double hit here on Pine City. Now a 6-point lead for Rush City. It's Gar with the serve. diving dig there by Allie Tall. No, that's Paige Wiener. Push back across, dug up by Neeson. That's Clara Neeson. Now McKenna Garlicks for the kill. That one's long. No. Oh, they're going to say it was tipped by a member of the Dragons. It was long. They're going to say it was tipped. Now, maybe we have a replay for that? Let's see. Well, we're not going to get to it in time, but we'll look at it in between sets. This diving dig there by Wieners, pushed back up by Rude, hit back across by Stream, dug up by Wiener, hit up by Tollefson, and the hit back across by Wallenberg is dug up nicely by T-Lander. Over on the near side again to Stream. That one hits the net, and it's down, and Pine City finally gets a point back, 17-10. While you have a quick second, let's take a look, see if that one was long, see if we didn't get a hit. We'll see, as we do have a pause as we get a substitution here for, I don't know. Unless that was right at the net. That's the only thing I can think of where the hit must have been. Back to serve for Pine City's Macy Bablik as she checks in for Wallenberg. It's dug up by Gar. Rude over to T-Lander. Nice dig there by Bablik. Hit back across by Mako, and unfortunately she hits it out. Right spot, just a little too much on it. She had the correct spot for that one, though. Sub for Rush City now as Kendra Heinz will check in for Ellie T-Lander. Younger squad for Rush City. Again, only 2 seniors and a bunch of underclassmen. 1 junior as well as Autumn Stream gets set to serve. 18-10 is the lead for Rush City. Bablik! Oh, she knew it as soon as she hit it. She just didn't have her hands in the correct position that time as it skimmed off the top of her dig attempt and backwards. 19-10 as an ace there for Autumn Stream. Stream will get set again. Here's the serve into the net, trying to just skim the top that time and get it to plop right behind the front line, but it hits the net, and Pine City will get that point. Now, Allie Tollefson will check in for Sophia Jerkovsky. Got a good crowd here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. These 2 teams, these 2 schools, these 2 communities know what this rivalry means to each other, so it's great to see all these players out here. And fans. Tollefson, dig for Pine City, hit back across by Paige Wiener, and it's too far, and Rush City will get it back. 20-11, and one thing I'm noticing as of late, Pine City just can't put together multiple points in a row. If they want to get back in this one, they're 9 down. We know volleyball, lots of things can happen. Just because you're up by, it doesn't matter how many. Crazy things can happen in volleyball. Doesn't matter the point lead or differential. As we get Natalie Rude, who will get set to serve for the Tigers. Her serve is over, dug up by Mako. It's at the net. Trying to touch her across was Taylor Haney. And going to get a double hit on Pine City. So 21-11. So I think for Pine City, if they can find a way to string together a few points, that would be key to them getting back into this set. But right now, they get 1 point here, and then they give it back to Rush City. And Rush City, unfortunately, has just been, or fortunately, depending on who you're cheering for, has been able to string together those points. Allie Tollefson will hit it back across, dug up by Gar. Rude is there. Now the hit from T-Lander is down. Oh, right in no man's land. The closest were Taylor Haney and Taylor Tollefson, and neither one was able to get to it, and Pine City will use their second timeout of the set. With that, we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Volleyball here on WCMP.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and WCMPradio.com. The serve over, once again dug up by the Dragons. Morgan Mako with the kill that time. The block attempt from the Tigers, not enough as Mako gets her first kill of the season That's a big one, too, and that could provide the Dragons with a little bit of juice. This is the first true match of the season. Again, tournaments are one thing, but matches like this is when you really find out about the season. That one blocked at the net by Pine City, but dug up by the Tigers. Hit back across. It'll be Babbling. Oh, wait a minute. We got something on Paige Wiener. Not real sure. She looks to her coaches and says, I don't know. Maybe she stepped across the line, perhaps. Hit the nets. It was something like that, but Tigers will again get a point. 23-12. Back serving is Abigail Thielander. It's dug up by Taylor Tollefson. Hit towards Haney. Now Tollefson will look for the kill, and a beautiful spot for that one. Tollefson with the kill. Beautiful, beautiful position for that one. Hit it right off the Rush City Tiger hands, right to a spot where she knew it could get down without anybody else getting to it. Looks like we get a sub here for Pine City. It will be Cadence Wallenberg checking in for Macy Bablik. And back to serve is Paige Wiener. Serve is up, into the net, and that will make it set point now for Rush City. 24-13. The Tiger student section is coming alive now with set point upon us. We've got Ellie Thielander checking in for Kendra Heinz. And Ellie Thielander will go back to serve, trying to finish this set off for the Tigers. The 8th grader, Ellie Thielander, readies. Here's the serve. It's up. It's over. Dug up by Mako. Towards the front of the net. Kept alive. Nice job. And the Dragons do get it back across. Wow, I wasn't sure if they did. It will be hit and blocked at the net by Tollefson, but that is going to do it for set number 1. So set 1 belongs to the Tigers. 25-13. Tigers take set number 1. It was a good start to the set by the Dragons, but Tigers just came out and took the second half of set number 1. That'll be it for set number 1. We'll take a commercial break. We'll get ready for set number 2 when we come back. We're listening to Volleyball on WCMP.
24/7, 365. We've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. You probably know your Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 is easy to find, very clean, the staff is always friendly, and is open 24/7, 365. But did you know we do propane fills, have a brand new EV charging station, and a dog walking area? So if you need a hot cup of coffee, the tank topped off, or a jug of milk on the way home, we got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors have your next pre-owned vehicle. Vehicles of all makes and models, and vehicles priced to move. Roddy Motors in Mora can also get you financed on site. Or, if you've got a vehicle to sell, Roddy offers consignment too. Yep, they'll help you sell your quality pre-owned vehicle. The 2-time winner of the Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County. That's what you call a repeat champ. When you need a quality vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or roddymotors.com. RODDY Motors.com.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com. Game day going. I'm out here at Pine City High School for this volleyball matchup between the Pine City Dragons, who are hosting the Rush City Tigers. This should be a great game here between both of these squads. Tigers took set 1, 25-13. Ladies and gentlemen, we've still got people piling in here for this game. Let's say, again, a rivalry game to open up the season. You can't ask for anything more. And so far, it has provided a ton of action as Rush City took set 1, 25-13. We are getting set for, or ready, I should say, for set number 2. Natalie Rude will serve for the Tigers. Crowd is good. We've got the stands nearly full. I'd say 3/4 of the way full here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. It should be a good one. This serve is going to be an ace for Natalie Rude. It goes right in between Macy Bablik and Morgan Mako. Both of them, the communication just wasn't quite there enough, and it goes right in between them. That's a situation in which one of them just has to say, hey, I've got it, and they've got to take over. Rude will get set to serve again. Opened up the set with an ace. Here's one right to Bablik. She gets it cleanly. And now Morgan Mako with a chance for a kill into the net. And another point for Rush City. Natalie Rude readies her serve. It's up and into the net. So Pine City will get a point back that time. 2-1. Tigers lead 1-0 here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, their doctors are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Start today at embracemn.com. Serve is over. Dug up by the Tigers, hit across by T-Lander. Taylor Tollefson tries to get that one over. She does, and it's dug up by Stream. Hit over by Abigail T-Lander. No, it's into the net. And the Dragons will tie it at 2. Morgan Mako is back to serve for the Dragons. It's up and over. 2 Tigers go after. They manage to keep it alive. Now hit back across. Kendra Heinz gets it to Taylor Haney. It's up and over. And, well, we've seen a point one way, and then it was called a different way. It's going to be Rush City point. Interesting. Caught myself in between looking at the roster sheet and the court, so I'm not 100% sure what had happened there. Ooh, and that one just out that time on the serve from Rush City. The Dragons, I should say, catch a break. That one was close, maybe too close for comfort, but that does tie us up at 3. Paige Wiener back to serve. It's going to be Chloe Jurkowski checking in for Macy Bablik. So now we have seen both of the Jurkowskis tonight. Paige Wiener's serve is up and over, dug up by Gar, and pushed back over the net by Taylor Tollefson with the block. That's just a good aware play by Taylor Tollefson, getting that one and making sure it does not have a chance to be points for Rush City. As Paige Wiener's serve is up and over again, Gar with the dig to Rude. Gar looking for the kill. Gar over, diving dig attempt by Wiener, but it's just going to go awry, and that will be another point for the Tigers. They get one back, tied up at 4. Addison Roberts will check in for the first time here tonight for Paige Wiener. Addison Roberts, a junior for this Pine City squad. Back to serve for the Tigers is Ellie T-Lander. Serve is up, and it is over. Mako with the dig. Tollefson sets. Here's the hit back across by Allie Tollefson. It goes into the Tiger student section, and Tigers now lead 5-4. As I mentioned, folks, Tigers took the first set, but Pine City kind of had the advantage early on. Then Rush City kind of took over about halfway through set number 1. Tollefson with the dig. Nobody there at the front of the net. It will be Tiger point. That says 5-4 on our scoreboard. I believe it should say 6-4. There we go. So they did get that number up there. I always want to make sure. Sometimes I go crazy a little bit, so always keep checking with the scoreboard. That one is into the net on the serve from Ellie T-Lander, and the Dragons get one back, 6-5. Now back to serve for the Dragons is Allie Tollefson. Tollefson's serve is up and lobs it over. It's dug up by Gar. Rude sets. Gar looking for the kill. Off a tipped at the front of the net. Mako gets the dig. Tollefson will look for a kill. Into the block. Tollefson keeps it alive. Roberts, and now hit back across by Jurkowski. That's Chloe. Great job there by the Dragons. Now tipped over by Stream. Hit back across by Taylor Tollefson. It's in! Taylor Tollefson with a snipe of a hit there. Gets it at 8-ball corner pocket. Beautiful hit there by Taylor Tollefson. I mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, we've had good action so far. It continues into set number 2. Both teams getting their fair share. This one's going to go long from Allie Tollefson, and the Tigers retake the lead 7-6. Quick substitution here. Allie Tollefson will check out. Sophia Jurkowski will check in. And back to serve for the Tigers. I believe that's Clara Neeson. It is. Clara Neeson, the freshman, will serve. It's up and over. Roberts with the dig. To Haney. Hit back over by Chloe Jurkowski. Now Gar will look for the kill through the block, and it's down. McKenna Gar showing off that power. As I mentioned, I think I mentioned this at the end of the season last year for Rush City. They're going to have to find someone to kind of take that role that Bankston had, and Gar, I mentioned Gar and Stream, I thought would be the two, and so far so true, if you will. That's terrible English, but we'll go with it. That one is dug up by Mako right to the front of the net, and McKenna Gar destroys it for the kill. Pretty emphatic on that one. Her teammates like it as well. That was a big, big kill that time. That may be a momentum shifter. 9-6, Tigers lead. Clara Neeson readies. And here's the serve. It's up, it's over. Oh, Mako got it in the chin, but she takes it like a champ, and it gets over by Chloe Jurkowski. Now hit back across. That is Autumn Stream, and the Tigers they do hit it across. Pine City just can't manage to catch up to it. Now it's 10-6. Serve is over by Neeson. Dug up by Roberts. Oh, a late decision there by Pine City's Sophia Jurkowski. Just maybe out of position or not quite sure as to who was supposed to get that one, but it will be 11-6, and Pine City will take a timeout. While they do that, we'll use one as well. You're listening to Volleyball on WCMP.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local Auto Owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Back here on WCMP, Game Day Gilman. Out here at Pine City. Tigers currently with an 11-6 lead here in set number 2. They took set number 1, 25-13. Currently leading set number 2, and in this one it is more on the side of just mistakes so far for Pine City. But again, it's game 1. This is the beauty of making mistakes, is you can clean them up. As this one is over, Taylor Tollefson gets the dig. Tollefson looking for the kill now into the net. Good look for that one, but the net just a little too tall. That makes it 12-6. The Tigers, again, doing a good job of just playing their game. But again, Pine City just struggling with a few mistakes in this second set. Again, mistakes can be fixed, and that's what you love about it. Neeson with the serve across. Mako with the dig. A nice hustle play there from Sophia Jurkowski. Hit back across. Now Autumn Stream with a kill. She's showing off her power on the Tigers side. Both Autumn Stream and McKenna Gar, the two seniors on this squad, and they are definitely leading this team right now. I'm not good enough to keep stats on the game, but I'd say they're the two leading in kills. 13-6, Tigers with the lead, set number 2. Serve is up, and it is over. Tollefson with a sliding dig. Jurkowski now pushed across by Mako. Neeson with the dig to Rude. McKenna Gar with the hit across, and it is going to be a kill. Blocked there at the front of the net by both Taylor Haney and Chloe Jurkowski, but it just was so hard hit that it got through. 14-6, Tigers with the lead. It's Neeson still back there serving as it's dug up by Taylor Haney. Now to Sophia Jurkowski. Taylor Haney looking for the kill. It's over. Dug up by Gar. To Rude. To Stream. That's in, and that is a kill for Autumn Stream. That one right in front of Roberts, and that was a tough one. I think she was just a little bit out of position on that one, just a little bit farther back than she wanted to be. And that one got to her so quickly, she really just didn't have a choice. That's how that one kind of looked. So yet again, it is Neeson serving. Dug up by Roberts. That's going to go into the bleachers. One of her teammates caught it, and everyone's saying, hey, it's all right, we'll get back. As now Roberts, she'll check out. In for her is Paige Wiener. And still serving is Clara Neeson. I mean, she's done a phenomenal job back there of serving. Had a quick discussion at the scores table. It is over now. 16-6 is the Tiger lead. Neeson's serve is up. It is over. Dug up by Paige Wiener. Drakowski now pushed over by Taylor Tollefson. Rude now. Gar looks for the kill. Diving dig by Wiener. And Tollefson will hit it back across. Dug up by Gar to Rude to Stream for the kill. It's long! And a beautiful job there by the Dragons, getting that point back. That was a fun volley right there between those two teams. Big hits, great saves, and Pine City comes up with the point with their efforts. Taylor Tollefson will be back to serve. It is up and it is over. It's dug up by Gar to Rude, setting it up for Gar once again. She looks for the kill. It's blocked at the net by Chloe Jerkowski, but it got through her block to Mako, and Mako just did not quite have a play on it. Rush City will get it back 17-7. And again, story of the first set was Pine City just couldn't seem to put multiple points together in a row or get on a run, if you will. And this will be an ace for McKenna Gar. So back, as I had to clear my throat there, I apologize. My voice is not quite yet seasoned for the regular season to get going, but I'll take it. Pine City wants a late sub here, and this is number 13, and oh no. This one hit back across by Taylor Haney. So number 13 is Tegan Rosinski. I have my good pal here, Eli, helping me out. Otherwise, I would have never have guessed who that was. So appreciate his help. He points it out to me, who that is. So that is, again, Tegan Rosinski, who is in the game, wearing number 13. Back serving is McKenna Gar, and got a couple of aces here and some points. Now it is Taylor Haney who will look for the kill. Dug up again by the Dragons. Hit back across. Now by Chloe Jerkowski. McKenna Gar will look for a kill. Through a block. A diving dig attempt there by Paige Wiener. But it is going to be a kill for the Tigers. They lead 21-7. They're down by 2 touchdowns are the Dragons. Dragons down. They trail by 14. McKenna Gar took something off that one. But great job there by Mako and Haney on that one. They get it across. Now Adam Stream will look for the kill. A diving attempt there by Paige Wiener, and she's a little bit frustrated that she couldn't get that one a little bit better than she did. So a little bit of frustration here by Pine City, but head coach Tollefson will take a timeout. While they do, we will as well. You're listening to Volleyball here on WCMP.
Some things you just have to chalk up to good genetics. It's genetics that give cattle a competitive edge, and it's Case IH equipment that helps you get the most out of your livestock operation. Case IH has a bloodline with generations of innovation, and whether you're driving a Farmall, Maxim, or Puma, Case IH tractors get the job done. Stop by your local dealer and discover the full range of Case IH tractors and hay tools.
See Baraboo Implement in Rice Lake and St. Croix Falls.
We're back here on Pine City, 106.5 FM. Back here on WCMP, not on Pine City. We're in Pine City on WCMP. There we go. We'll get it figured out. It's game one, ladies and gentlemen. Week one, game one. But here we are at Pine City High School. The Dragons trail the Tigers 22-7 here in set number 2. Tigers took set 1, 25-13. Now, I have seen some incredible runs in volleyball. May we see one here. And a mistake there by Rosinski as she checks back into the game. She's one of the juniors on this squad. And unfortunately, it will be another point for the Tigers, who are 1 point away from set point. Just some mistakes here in this game so far for Pine City, but again, they have the ability to clean those up. Haney with the hit. Mako looks for the kill. Tipped at the net, and then it gets down right into no man's land after the dig by the Tigers. Pine City gets one back, and now can they get a little bit of a run going as they trail 23-8? It will be Macy Bablik checking in for Chloe Jerkovsky. Macy Bablik will go back to serve. Macy Bablik, one of the 4 seniors on this roster, as well as Morgan Mako, Cadence Wallenberg, and Brecken Reiser. Bablik with the serve. It's up and over. Dug up late by Gar, but she gets a clean dig. Rude. And now over to Stream, and that is right in front of Rosinski for the kill for Autumn Stream, and it is set point, Rush City. They'll get in Kendra Heinz for Ellie T-Lander. And back to serve will be Autumn Stream. She did a really good job last year serving and getting aces. Let's see if she can't finish this set off with one here. Won't be an ace. Macy Ballick gets the dig. Off the net! Great awareness there by Sophia Jirakovsky, but as she does hit it, it goes into the bleachers. So the Tigers will take set number 2, 25-8. A dominant performance there by the Tigers here in set 2, but the Dragons, not for a lack of absolute effort here in this one. They'll look to clean up some of the mistakes here for set number 3. Well, first, a commercial break here on WCMP. We'll be right back after word from our fine sponsors.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative. Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
Ditch the shovel and wheelbarrow. A new Holland mini track loader lets you get more work done with ease. It's narrow by design, so you can easily get in and out of tight spots. Versatility is its calling card. The loader powers a wide range of attachments like augers and trenchers. Big operating capacity puts more jobs on your can-do list, making it perfect for residential construction and landscaping. Take a break from backbreaking work with a reliable mini track loader. See one today at Bay River Implement in St. Croix Falls and Rice Lake.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, the Tigers lead 2-0 over the Pine City Dragons here in this, the first game of the year for either WCMP and KBEK. The first game for us on the season, and we are excited. It has been great action. You know, despite Rush City kind of winning this last set lopsided 25-8 and taking the first set 25-13, there's been some good action here this evening. The Dragons, they're fighting. There is no lack of effort or hustle on their side. They are giving it everything they have. Just some of the mistakes. It's been some of the mistakes here this evening that they're going to try and overcome here in this third set. Win the next two, take us to set number 5, and then maybe we'll get a set 5. Again, crazier things have happened. I have seen a team have a 2-0 lead in which they dominated 25 to 10 or single digits, and the other team came back in the next 2 sets, and we went to a 5th set, and you couldn't tell which team had dominated the first 2. So let's see if we can have a turnaround like that for the Dragons. Taylor Haney will start with the serve. Gar with the dig to Rude. Now over here to Abigail Thielander. That one's nice job, a block at the net by the Dragons. Block again on the kill for McKenna Gar. A little bit of running into each other for the Tigers, but it is Stream who gets it across, and now looking for the kill is Paige Wiener. They do get it back across, pushed over. Bablik with the diving dig, and now Mako's got a chance for the kill. Blocked at the net, and the Tigers can't get it in the Dragons. Wow, what an effort play. They stuck with it, and the Dragons will be rewarded for their effort. 1-0. That was enough action for about 3 or 4 points, but the Dragons get point number 1, and that one's going to hit the net and crawl its way over. Taylor Haney getting some friendly shoves for her teammates saying, do it again. An ace there for Taylor Haney. It's 2-0. Well, hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were there on that one, and Stream will dig this one up. Now pushed across by the Tigers, dug up by the Dragons Wallenberg. Hit back across by Wiener, dug up by Mako as he's blocked at the net by the Tigers. And that one hit back across by Wallenberg. Racing up towards the net, but a diving dig as it's pushed across. Taylor Haney with the dig. They're going to say somebody touched the net. Trying to look. There's always a good indication at how emotional the teams are about a call as to if it was good or not. But it looks like Dragons looking to their coaches. It does look like possibly Wallenberg, possibly, or someone else touched the net. They're not arguing too much on it. Wallenberg will hit it back across after the Rush City serve. And now they're setting it up here. That one's just long on that one on the hit from Ellie Thielander. Wow. She wanted another 8-ball corner pocket hit, but that one is going to go long. And the Dragons will lead 3-1. Morgan Mako back to serve for Pine City. Serve is over. Gar with the dig to Rude. Setting it up for Abigail Thielander, and just in front of Bablik. And he gets down for hit. Now, I'm not going to speculate. But Taylor Tollefson just walked back to the bench area. It looked like she may have been limping. We're not going to speculate at all, but we're just going to say we hope and we wish that she is back healthy. That's all we can ask for. Abigail Thielander with the serve, dug up by Bablik. Now to Haney, and hit back across, just into the net by Tegan Rosinski, and it will be tied at 3. Abigail Thielander readies. Here's the serve. That's going to go into the net. And the Dragons will now lead 4-3. Paige Wiener will be back to serve for the green and black. As checking in is Chloe Jarotkowski for Macy Bablik. So Paige Wiener with the serve. It's up, it's over. Dug up by Gar to Rude, setting it up for Gar once again. She looks for the kill. Off the block at the net. Wiener with the dig. It's going to hit the pole on the net. That is out of bounds. And that will be a point for Rush City. And you can see she's super frustrated, but you can see her teammates, Mako being one of the senior leaders, she's going over to her and telling her, hey, it's okay. That was a good hit. Come back from it. Don't focus on that one thing. Good leadership there by Morgan Mako. And you can tell Paige Wiener's a little hard on herself, but sometimes that is okay because then they come back with a vengeance on the next few plays as that one is hit into the net on the serve from Clara Neeson. And a point for Pine City, 5-4. Checking in is Sophia Jarotkowski for Cadence Wallenberg. And Jarotkowski will go back to serve. That's Sophia. I believe her sister Chloe is in as well. She is. So it's Sophia back to serve. It is up and into the net. Kind of got on top of that one a little bit, and that goes right into the net. So it's tied at 5 apiece. Back to serve for the Tigers is Ellie Thielander. Serve is up and over. Dug up there by Haney. Excuse me, that was not Haney. That was Rosinski. And then Haney had a chance to hit it over, but does not get over the net, and it will be point Rush City. Back and forth here we go. Ellie T-Lander back to serve once again. Neither team has really been able to take an advantage. Rush City scores one, then Pine City takes the lead, then it goes back the other side, as it will here again. Serve into the net, and Pine City will have it tied at 6. Back to serve now is Tegan Rosinski. Rosinski with the serve, and dug up late and pushed across now by Gar. Dug up there by Paige Wiener. Mako looking for the kill. Gar gets the dig, now looks for the kill, and oh my goodness, what a kill! Now we get Addison Roberts, who will sub in, and she's going to come in for Tegan Rosinski. Back to serve now is McKenna Gar for the Tigers. 7-6, they lead. Serve is over. Roberts with the dig. Sophia Jerkovsky getting it. Morgan Mako with the hit across. Oh, it hits the net, but Gar, great awareness to keep track of that one. Now hit across by Abigail T-Lander, and right in front of the diving Roberts for the kill. It's 8-6, the blue and yellow. Gar back to serve. Tigers lead 2-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. This serve is over, dug up by Chloe, and push cross by Taylor Haney. Nice job by Haney. That is just over Natalie Rude. I think she might have gotten lost a little bit on her turn trying to find that one, as Chloe Jurkowski will check out Macy Bablik in. Embrace Orthodontics shows a 1-point difference. Embrace Orthodontics, they'll leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Find out more at embracemn.com. Macy Bablik with the serve. It's up and over. Dug up by Gar to Rude, and Stream will look for the kill. Is that out? It is. That one is out on the hit from Stream, and that'll tie us at 8 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Your customized smile journey starts with that free consultation. The team over there wants your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. Macy Bablik, and her serve is going to go long. So unfortunately now the Tigers will have the lead right back. So for Pine City, again, it's been the second set was more about the mistakes, unfortunately, from Pine City than anything. They played well, they hustled, they showed the effort. It was just the mistakes that kind of were their bugaboo, if you will. For Rush City, they have had some big hits in this one that have provided a large spark. Autumn Stream will be back to serve, her team leading 9-8. This one's going to hit the net, and we're tied again. Both teams having their fair share of mistakes here in set number 3, but Pine City capitalizing a little bit more on the mistakes in this third set. Checking in is Wallenberg for Sophia Jurkowski. And back serving is Taylor Haney. Serve is up and it is over. Dug up by Gar. Across the way for Abigail T-Lander. Diving dig by Roberts, and unfortunately that one's going to go out. You can't falter for the effort, though, on that one, as that one, like the effort, just unfortunately that one is going to go well out of play. And now it's Natalie Rude back to serve for the Tigers. Her serve into the net, man. It looks so good for so long, and then all of a sudden you see this net in the way. As Morgan Mako will get set to serve for Pine City. We're tied at 10. Addison Roberts checks out. In for her is Tegan Rosinski. Tied at 10. Serve gonna go long by Mako. And I think one of the things with the seniors for Pine City is you notice that they're moving on to the next play. I think something that we've seen last year is they tended to dwell a little bit maybe on the mistakes. You can see here they're really doing a good job of just moving on, as Abigail T-Lander will serve. 11-10 Tigers. Bablik with the dig. Nice job by Taylor Haney, just tipping that one over and getting the kill. Great job. She just noticed, hey, she was leaning into the net a little too far, so she just tipped it across. Bablik will check out. In for her is Chloe Jurkowski. Tied at 11. Paige Wiener with the serve. That one's going to go long. And it's a frustrating night for Paige Wiener, but these are the things that, again, as the senior leaders, you can see they have her back. They're going to her immediately after those and saying, hey, it's okay. It's all right. Those things happen. And again, it's okay to have someone who's hard on themselves, but as long as they learn to move on from those mistakes. Paige Wiener's done a good job, though, tonight. Serve is over by the Tigers, and they keep it alive, do the Dragons. They do hit it back across now. Rude will set, and hitting it across Abigail Thielander. Mako with the dig to Haney. Rosinski back over. Thielander with the dig to Rude, setting it for Gar. She'll hit it over. Dug up by Mako to Haney. Again, no, this time it will be Wallenberg who pushes it. Dug up by Thielander. Now setting it up the other way for the other Thielander. That's Ellie Thielander. Mako after the great, oh no, we're going to get a double hit call on Pine City and Morgan Mako. As she looks at her coach and goes, that's me, that's my bad. Rush City thought it was Pine City's point, as did I at first, but no, a double hit call on the green and black, and the Tigers lead 13-11. Serve is up and over from Neeson. Dug up by Mako. Rosinski, and two Dragons go after it. It's Mako and Haney who try to push that one back over, but they cannot get enough on it, and now all of a sudden the Tigers have put a few points together in a row, and they lead 14-11. This is kind of where the first two sets, I should say, this is kind of where the Tigers started to pull away, is at this midpoint of the set, but Pine City's kept it a lot closer than the first two. Wallenberg will look for a kill. That one's going backwards. Rude got it for a moment, but it is a kill for Wallenberg. And the Dragons will get one back. As I mentioned, this third set a lot closer than the first two. Pine City just keeping that momentum, and they're putting more than 1 point together at a time. When they get the ball, they're getting 2-3 points at a time. Of course, we were at a point in this game where one team would get two, the other team would get two, and we were back and forth like that. And a mistake there by Rush City. They just didn't get enough on that one, and Pine City will benefit. Now it's a 1 point difference, 14-13 for the Tigers, who lead over the Pine City Dragons. Cadence Wallenberg back to serve. It's up, it's over. Gar with the dig to Rude, setting it up. And we're going to get a double hit, yep. So a double hit here on the Tigers will tie us at 14 apiece. The Dragons have it. Wallenberg getting set to serve once again. It's up, it's over. Dug up by Neeson. Hit back over by Gar. Dug up by Mako. To Haney. Rosinski into the net. Frustrated with herself on that one. And yeah, that one was pretty well set up, but just mistimed it a little bit as Sophia Jarokovsky will check in for Cadence Wallenberg. The effort between these two teams, especially, I mean, the first two sets have been phenomenal, but this set, oh my goodness. You can tell the endurance is definitely starting to play a factor a little bit, and both these teams really well in shape. Oh, for Rosinski, she got the dig. I don't know what happened there as that one went right above her. Sophia Jarokovsky tried to get it, and Rosinski a little bit in the way for Jarokovsky. I don't know if Rosinski didn't see where it went or was trying to talk to her teammate about how to set something up, but that's unfortunately a mistake there. But they move on. Chloe Jarokovsky will get it over. Gar with the dig. Dream will look for the kill, but it's dug up by, that's Paige Wiener. Pushed back across by Rosinski. Dug up by Neeson. And they'll set it up for Gar. That's going to be 4 hits. Oh, they're going to call it double hit. I thought that was 4 anyways. Well, double hit, 4 hits, whatever it is, it's Pine City point. Addison Roberts will get ready to check in for Rosinski. It's 16-15. Dragons do trail the Rush City Tigers. But again, this third set has been phenomenal. Roberts with the serve. It's up and over, dug up by Gar to Rude. Setting up for Gar. Gar, and that one just in front of the diving Sophia Jarokovsky. And it will give the Tigers a point once again, 17-15. Gar will go back to serve. It's up, and it's over. And Roberts just didn't get her hands up in time on that one as it rolls back off the fingertips, and it's an ace for McKenna Gar. 18-15 now. Tigers lead. Serve is over. Oh, and That might have been a mistake by Chloe Jarakowski as Paige Wiener was getting ready to get that one on the dive, but you like the aggressiveness, and we'll see a timeout here from Pine City. Give us a moment to catch our breaths here on WCMP.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Back here on WCMP, the Dragons and Tigers battling it out here in the third set. And it's been a great battle, if I do say so myself. The effort, the tenacity, the endurance for both these teams has been phenomenal to watch. Although the Tigers have started to build a little bit of a lead, 19-15 they lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, they'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. If you don't have insurance, you can ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at embracemn.com. Gar with the serve. It was not, unfortunately, dug up by Paige Wiener, so it's 20-15. Tigers have now pulled ahead by 5. It'll go back to Roberts, right at the net. Trying to get it off the bounce is Sophia Jarakowski, but those volleyballs off the net are just, man, those are hard to tell where they're going to go. And now Brecken Reiser will check in for the first time here this evening. Taylor Haney will check out. Brecken Reiser will get her first action of the game. Reiser, one of those 4 seniors for Pine City. Serve is up and over by Gar. She takes a little something off, I should say. Mako gets it back across. And this one will be pushed over by Abigail Thielander. They'll set it up. It'll be Mako who will get it over, and that is just out. That was close, but it is going to be just out on the wrong side of that white line for Pine City, and the Tigers now lead 22-15, trying to pull away and put this one away. Gar, another serve. Oh, and Roberts. That one got to her a little bit quicker than I think she anticipated. And now it's 23-15, and the Tigers trying to put this away. Gar with the serve. They'll go right back. Was that not out of bounds? Oh, they're going to say that was in. Man. Well, give credit to Gar. It is now match point on that ace. That was that was just a beautiful, beautiful serve by McKenna Gar. Roberts really had no chance. So here we go, match point. Roberts with the clean dig that time. And Jarakowski, at the kill. That's Chloe Jarakowski, and she keeps the Dragons alive. It will be match point for the next 8 points that the Dragons have to get. Macy Bablik in. Chloe Jarakowski out. Chloe Jarakowski with the kill. That's big. So the Dragons need 8 straight points to erase match point as it's 24-16. Macy Bablik back to serve for Pine City. Serve is over. Dug up by Neeson. And Thielander will look to end it. Not going to happen as Mako gets the dig. Now Mako will look to hit it back across, and that's going to go too far, and that will be it. So set 3, and the match is won, 3-0. It's 25-16, the third set win for the Tigers, and that will be it. Well, it was only 3 sets, but, man, the action in that third set would have made you feel like it was all 5. What a great match here between these two rivals, and what a great game for Game 1 on our airwaves. We're going to take a break, catch our breaths. I'm going to maybe make my voice sound a little bit better. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe we'll stick with it. But we'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Hey there, Matt Winsan, CEO of Burnett Dairy Cooperatives. Everybody knows that there are great places to play in northwest Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work too? At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we employ our local communities within 5 counties from our Grantsburg location. We offer competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and great benefits, and you will have the opportunity to grow within our herd. Lots of opportunities to grow. Come be a part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com, click on the Careers tab.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
And we're back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. A good one here between these two teams. A 3-0 victory for the Tigers. But, man, that third set, woo-wee, it would have made you feel like all 5 of them were in one. But the Tigers do come away with the 3-0 victory over Pine City. Pine City had a good start to that first set. They came out hot and got up on Rush City. But Rush City just did a really good job of getting back, putting multiple points together, getting runs going, something that Pine City could not do in that first set. Pine City just couldn't seem to put points together in a row. Second set was more about the mistakes that Pine City made. Unfortunately, Pine City made a decent amount of mistakes, and not that they couldn't overcome them, but they just kind of piled up in a row. And then this third set, man, what a great third set it was between both of these teams. And we'll get our player of the game interview here shortly. But continue to talk about it. It was a great match between these two teams. A fun one to be a part of as we get set for our player of the game interview. We'll have one of our player of the games here as I get set up. Very professional, as you can tell. Very prepared I am, as we will get her the mic here and make sure she's on, make sure everybody can hear her, as we now are joined by our player of the game. That is senior Macy Ballack. And Macy, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And this is the first game. What a game to start out with, a rivalry game like this. What did you take away from this one?
It was a good game. I mean, we've always played each other, but we're both fresh new teams. We've got 3 returning varsity from last year, so we're all new, same with Rush, but they've always been a rival, but it's fun to play them.
And in this game, each set was very different from the next. This third set seemed to be the best for both sides. Was that something that the coaches said, or is that something that the seniors kind of came together and said, hey, here's what we need to do?
Yeah, we definitely started out strong. I mean, we just got down on ourselves at the end, but I feel like that's something we can work on at the end of the season. And our coaches definitely pointed it out, but our seniors did and captains did as well.
And it seems like this team, I've noticed throughout the years that a lot of these players are very hard on themselves, but it seems like you as a senior and the rest of the seniors have done a great job of talking to the underclassmen and just saying, hey, it's all right, let's move on. Is that kind of what this senior-led group has done with these underclassmen throughout the first few games?
Yeah, we're trying our best to keep them uplifted. Some of them are, I think our youngest is an 8th grader, so she's definitely, we're all just trying to get them up and moving and excited to play and not nervous, get those nerves out in the first set.
Absolutely. And now looking at this one, what are some of the things that you thought your team did well, and what are some of the things that, as a senior, that you're looking at the team saying, here's some of the things we want to work on?
Well, when we got our chance, we had some amazing swings, like Taylor Tollison was swinging them hard. With beautiful swings. Something we could definitely work on is probably just getting up on ourselves, or getting up. We always have a different mindset against Rush just because they're so close. So beating that mindset is difficult, but we're going to get there at the end of the season.
Absolutely. And you being one of the seniors, what does it mean for you to be one of the seniors and facing off against Rush City for one of the final times?
It's nerve-wracking. I mean, I've always heard of the rivalry of Rush versus Pine since probably I was 7th grade or beyond. I don't know. But it's fun, but it's exciting because we've also grown up with Rush as this. Like, I've been playing the same girls since I was younger, so it's definitely frustrating, but it's good. It's a fun time.
And we're joined by Macy Ballack, our player of the game. Now, you've got a little bit before your next match. What are some of the things that your guys hoping to do here before that next match?
We're definitely working on our serve receive, make sure we get good passes to our setters so that we can get some beautiful hits again.
All right. Well, thank you again, Macy, so much for joining us. Our player of the game, Macy Ballack, and good luck going forward.
Thank you. Thank you.
And again, that was Macy Ballack here joining us, our player of the game, Macy Ballack. Thanks to head coach Lisa Noss-Tollefson for sending her up and getting her interviewed. One of the things that we want to do is highlight these players as they deserve to be. So Macy Bablik, our player of the game. Well, that just about does it. The Tigers get the victory here over Pine City, 3-0. But man, that third set, that was the best set for Pine City in this one, and it was a fun one here between these two teams. Although 3-0, man, it was a battle through and through, and I bet you could go to head coach T. Lander, and he would say the same thing. What a great match between these two. And you heard Macy Bablik say, hey, this is a rivalry. And she was a little bit there. The nerves were there, and I'm sure it was because this was the first match of the year. It was playing Rush City as one of the first matches. It is not easy coming out into that type of atmosphere, and I think Pine City handled it well. That second set, as you heard Macy Bablik say, the mistakes. I think the mistakes just kind of piled on a little bit, and they just couldn't get around them. But you could see in that third set, they started to have that better talk amongst themselves. You could see them getting up. Their spirits were a little bit higher, and everything started to look a little bit better. So for Pine City, they'll grow, and I think this will be a season of growing, and by the end of the season, this team could look very different in a good way. So the Tigers get the victory, 3-0 over the Pine City Dragons here in our first game of the season on WCMP on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, the team over there, believes the results of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifelong retention program at EmbraceMN.com. Well, thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate you tuning in. We want to give a huge shout-out to all of our fine sponsors. Of course, wouldn't be out here without them, so we appreciate them for sponsoring this and every other broadcast that we do. Of course, I want to thank you for tuning in. If you don't tune in, well, I don't have a job, so I appreciate you tuning in. Also, remember, if you are watching this on our YouTube page, be sure to go to the YouTube page that you're on right now. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. It's a red subscribe button. Once you hit that, you will be notified anytime that we go live with a local sporting event. So be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube page. That way you're notified anytime we go live. Then all you'll have to do, get the notification, click on it, and it will take you right to the live video. Of course, we've got more sports coming up here for you on Thursday. We've got football. We've got football and football again. We've got a ton coming your way football-wise. This is it for volleyball this week. I know, one game. We'll get more, I promise. But coming up on Thursday, we will have Pine City hosting Grand Rapids on this very station. Hankley hosts East Central over on 100.9. Morrow will host Duluth-Denfeld on KBEK, then Bram and Rush City on YouTube only. And then Friday, it all comes to a close with Week 1. Malacca hosting Princeton on KBEK. But again, for WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. The Tigers get the victory over Pine City 3-0. Stay tuned to our morning shows, KBEK and WCMP, for local sports, regional and national sports as well. Our social media pages for all things local sports, as well as our websites on WCMPradio.com and KBEK.com. Once again, 3-0. The Tigers get the victory over Pine City. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your night. WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your night.